Okay, I know it's late, but I want to just talk about this PSG game, and I'll be honest, I'm mainly just making this video so I can go back in time and watch this. I watched this game. We played well. I had the first 50 minutes as we had to start the game well, and we did. This is a perfect example of us just not taking our chances. And you know what? Fair play to PSG. Fantastic. We made some really stupid mistakes. I think we had three big chances early on in the game. I'm looking at mainly the Declan Rice situation, and I'm maybe looking at the Martinelli situation, and those should have been goals. The damage was already done in the first leg, and the second leg, it was done. Now, Saka, he should have scored. Open goal. Had he scored, it would have maybe been a different 10 minutes. Should have scored. There's no reason he should have missed. But he's carried us for so long, but you can't miss those opportunities. And I don't expect him to miss that either. Marino, I think with him being up front, a complete different game. Martinelli had a chance, he should have scored as well. Odegaard, the player that I thought was the worst on the pitch. And you know why? It's because he played like he was trying to prove himself. You know, Saka had, there's so many times Saka had opportunity where Odegaard could have passed the ball to Saka. He didn't. It's almost like Odegaard was watching and listening to everyone's feedback and he wanted to prove himself. He wanted to prove himself that he can carry the game. So he basically was one of the worst players, I think, on the pitch, if you're asking me. I think it was absolutely shocking, if you're asking me. But yeah, apart from that shot he had where the goalkeeper went near post, everything, he took an additional touch, not releasing the ball, doing stupidity, well, doing stupid things. I'm not going to say stupidity in general, but I was just saying a few moments where I thought he could have released the ball quicker. A poor game from him. Party cost us a goal as well. I don't know what the hell he was thinking with when you're trying to take a touch. I don't know what he was doing. He made a mistake in the Real Madrid game by getting sent off. And this is, you know, apparently we're going to use with Mendy. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Let's see what the latest news is as of Mendy. But whether we get him or whether we don't, look, I think for Party we need a CDM. Like we need a CDM, and he would have been a fantastic player if you're asking me in the first leg. In the second leg, basically cost us the goal. Awful. Apart from that, he played decent well, but like, you know, some of his clearing, some like the Hakimi one, I think I'm not watching highlights for a week, but I think it's the Hakimi goal. So he headed the ball away and gave that poor. If you ask me, poor. I don't care about how many passes he did. Declan Rice, I feel like he didn't play as bad as it says he did. 6.2 rating. I don't think he was the worst, but he did some silly things as well. I think, personally speaking, but Timber played decent. Saliba, Saliba and Kyrgios some very risky moments. I think was it Saliba that gave the ball away. That was really poor. That was shocking when he gave the ball away, if I'm not mistaken. They could have scored. And Lewis Skelly, look, you know when I said to you that Lewis Skelly, remember how I always said to you that he's young? And everyone said to me, "Oh no," and all my friends said to me, "Oh no, you're too harsh on him. He's an amazing player." And when we played against Real Madrid, remember I said he proved me right. This game, when you say he proved me wrong in the Real Madrid game, this game he proved me right. Nonsense, stupid decisions, giving the ball away, has the ball in midfield, thinking he's prime moderate, trying to do a Travella outside the foot pass to give the ball away, which I think Barcola it was in the end. They're not missing a basic chance, so they should have probably scored early on. Absolutely poor from Lewis Skelly. Raya, not to blame. He made those good balls and made some decent saves. What can you do with a deflection? Look, overall, if you're asking me from an objective point of view, the first 10 minutes, if we had that many chances in the entire game, I would have probably been somewhat happy. We had all those key chances in the first 10 minutes. Had we taken them, it would have been a different situation. Maybe I'll be making this video talking about the Champions League final, but we didn't take them. So now you can argue our season has gone from very, very good to winning nothing. I'm going to say it's still a good season. I'll put it down to a 6, 6.5, not higher, because I feel like we should have won something like an FA Cup or a Carling Cup. But getting to the semi-finals, it's no joke. But at the end of the day, if you've got nothing to show for it, there's nothing to play. But of course, Arteta should obviously stay in the job. There's people talking nonsense that he should go. Let's not forget, before Arteta, where we were, this season we've had injuries. But you know why I'm not angry in this game? It's because Arteta put the right game plan up. In the first game, we just didn't touch the ball and we could see it early on. Then we messed up later on. Made it difficult for us, but we had a chance in the second leg. We had a chance. And we had multiple chances to get the goals early on, but we didn't take them. And PSG had chances as well. And then we had a second win. And if Saka scored that goal, 3-2 overall aggregate, it could have been a complete different game. So if you're asking me personally speaking, I think PSG, I hope they go and win the Champions League final. Congratulations to them. But we had our chances. We never took them. That's the players' fault. And you can miss one chance. You can miss two, but you can't miss three. And when Saka missed that chance, I just knew it wasn't our day. But we go again. But Lewis Skelly, as I said, completely out of his depth. And that's why everyone kept saying, oh, Neal, you're too harsh on him. He's a kid. Like Ranieri's different. Ranieri, if he makes a mistake up front in the final third, okay, wow, you got the entire team at least to help defend. He loses the ball with his stupid Trivella playing as a 6 when he's inverting. There's no one there. But look, this is why in these big games, although top tier players like Miles Lewis Skelly, everyone, the most laughable thing when people want to play him as a 6 against PSG, unbelievable. Playing as a 6 against the academy is a completely different thing, as I mentioned to you. Playing against arguably one of the best attack in Europe, where they interchange. He's good at transitions when he has a ball in his possession, moving the ball going forward. But defensively, no, he doesn't know how to position himself against a top tier player. This is not academy players he's playing against. But I'm happy to see his progress. But had it been a different game, he could have lost us the game. He could have completely lost us the game. So, but we had our chances. We never took them. I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the chance we created. I'm disappointed with the finishes. So GG's to PSG. And fingers crossed they win it. I think because Mbappe's not there to win it, would be pretty cool for PSG. And fair play, they deserve it. I think they play really good football as well. Really fun to watch. So GG's. And it could have been ours. But we just unfortunately, once again, failed at the final hurdle.